Earlier on in today's lecture, I mentioned the importance of hand gestures and said that I touched on some of this. Pardon the pun. Hand gestures are, of course, often culturally bound and can vary from group to group, but there are a few of them which, if not universal, are very common indeed around the world. I like to focus on the story of four gestures, in particular the salute, the thumbs up, the high five, and the handshake. The salute, a gesture most associated with the military, may have originated in the 18th century. The Grenadier was one of the oldest regiments of the British Army. Used helmets in the form of cones there were held in place by cheese straps. It was difficult to raise your helmet when greeting someone, so the soldiers simply touched their head with one short movement of the hand before quietly patting it back down again at their side. The thumbs up gesture apparently goes back a lot further. It's widely believed that this gesture goes back to Roman times when gladiators fought in front of the emperor and eager crowds in the Colosseum. The fallen gladiator fight was decided by the audience. If they felt they had fought well, they showed their approval with a thumbs up gesture. The emperor would then confirm this indirectly while spur the gladiator left. If the crowd gave a thumbs down, on the other hand, that meant execution. However, there are no reliable historical reference to thumbs going either up or down in the Colosseum. It may be that if the crowd want to spare the gladiator life, then they will actually cover up their thumbs and keep it hidden. They will only extend their hand and thumb if they want the gladiator killed. This actually makes more sense, as the emperor could much more easily see what the crowd was indicating when looking out over a whole arena. The high five hand gesture is almost universal, used as a greeting or celebration. Many see its origins in baseball, too, as teams lay claim to inventing the high five. The Los Angeles Dodgers in 1977 or the Louisville Cardinals in 1978. It's quite likely that it was neither, and the gesture might have a much earlier origin again. It is very similar to a 1920s Just X gesture known as the low five or giving skin. This gesture involved people slapping each other's lower hands. Also in celebration, there are in fact numerous references to the low five in film of the era. Perhaps the high five is just an evolution of that gesture. The final gesture I'm going to mention today is the handshake. It dates back as a greeting at least as far as ancient Greece. In the Acropolis Museum in Athens, the base of one of the columns shows goddess her shaking hand with Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and corrects its thought that shaking hands rather than bowing or saying showed both parties as equals. In 17th century marriage portraits in Europe, we find many examples of handshakes between husband and wife. Now, of course, the handshake has a multitude of use: meeting, greeting, parting, offering congratulations, expressing gratitude, or completing an agreement. In sport or other competitive activities, it is also done as a sign of good sportsmanship. In this way, the gesture has not strayed from its original meaning to convey respect and equality.